used to sit me down and talk about the war. Said the sky over London wasn't quiet anymore. Sirens in the dark, bombs shaking the ground. Just a kid hearing history tearing the town. I used to think those stories lived in black and white, old photographs fading in another time's fight. But the older I get, the more I see the signs, like the past ain't past, it's just waiting in line. He said ration books lived in the kitchen drawer, sugar, bread, petrol, couldn't ask for more. Said the grown men left and the mother stayed strong, and the children learned fear before they learned songs. Now the news on the screen keeps feeding the flame, every channel repeating the same damn name. War drums beating through the headlines again, like the world forgot the lessons buried in the pain. Talking sacrifice, talking freedom and pride, but it's always the poor that they send to the fight. Politicians speak while the young men bleed, and the children inherit what the leaders decreed. Buck said history moves like the tide in the sea. You can turn your back, but it still returns to the beach. And I'm staring at the waves, wondering what they'll bring. If the past comes back, what kind of man will I be?
Will I belong to the world again? Did we forget what the past has shown? All of the ghosts of the wars we buried are knocking loud on the doors of home.
Tell me why do we march to fire when the ashes are all we see? Yeah, with a fortune belongs to our children, while we riding their tragedy. I'm not ready for the weight they wore. Great granddad walking out that door, kiss his family goodbye with soldier's face, not knowing if he'd ever return to the place. I look at my child and the thought runs cold. What if history asked me to follow that road? What if the call comes knocking one day and the world says fathers must walk away? I'm not built for the glory they sell in the news, not the flags, not the medals, not the victory views. I just want the quiet of a normal life, not the shadow of war hanging over the night. Buck said bombs fell close enough to shake his bed, said the sky turned orange and the streets burned red. And he told me with the voice that carried the years, son, the worst thing about war is the fear, is the fear, is the fear, is the fear.
What have we done to the world again? Did we forget all the tears we cried? Every generation swears it's different, yet we'll walk in the same old line.
Tell me why does the past keep calling through the echoes of history's flame? If we know how the story ends, why do we play the same damn game?
Pop said hope lives longer than the war drum sound, but it needs brave hearts that will stand their ground, and not with weapons raised to divide the land, but the courage to break the cycle of man.